do you think?
I don't know. I don't mind it. I
You
think
know,
they
I
changed the jerseys a lot, and I like the OKC.
I like the OKC of it. It just isn't overall. I think it's a very difficult logo to implement. I think that it looks a little bit. I think what you're going to kind of see from all of mine here is that it doesn't ring that or bring together the culmination of being a good logo. It doesn't have that very good feel of longevity to it. It looks very cartoony, and those cartoony logos always tend to fall by the wayside. Just some basic examples of ones that won't be in this episode, but like that have fallen by the wayside. One of the worst logos of all time, the New York Islanders, when they changed their logo in the mid '90s, or the Mighty Ducks, or oh god, what was the other one I was just thinking of on the tip of my tongue? But these are very cartoony logos that just don't last, and it just has that very cartoony feel to me for
you
the
are a
OKC
Baltimore Orioles fan, and you're gonna come at us with cartoony logos.
Hey, first of all,
Whoa.
Let's go ahead and throw that logo is a retro throwback to their Cooperstown logo.
But they still wear it. That's
Okay.
a still current one. And that's very cartoony, and I actually happen to like it. So I'm just challenging there.
I love that logo.
Of course
but it's
you
a
do,
throwback
'cause
to
that's
one of their old. It's a throwback to their old logo from the '60s.
So
It
doesn't look like a
throwback
cartoon?
logo.
It looks
No,
straight
it
out
looks
of
very
Looney Tunes.
cartoony.
Okay.
I'll give you
just
that. It
want-
looks
all right.
cartoony.
All right.
But it's a throwback logo that is stuck around. The only difference between the Cooperstown logo, which is their original, and what the one that they're wearing right now is the O is visible on the current logo's head. That's how you can tell the difference between the retro logo and the current.
Okay. That's a bit of too much history on the Orioles that I didn't expect to know, but hey. But
You're welcome.
what you're telling me is that the longer the logo is around, the more you should accept it.
I don't know about the more you should accept it.
Okay.
Just the more that it's been ingrained in history of this.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with one of my least favorite logos, and it is the New York Islanders on the NHL. I still don't think they have it put together at all. That one just looks like it doesn't. Every time I look at it, I don't know what's going on there. The orange and no, that one doesn't sit well with me. Maybe it's not cartoony enough, Eric.
I used to not really care for that logo, and I'm not an Islanders fan. I think anybody that knows me knows that. I don't like the Islanders. But as far as their logo goes, I'm kind of okay with it. I get the history behind it. I get what they're trying to do with the whole New York kind of thing, and the Y being essentially the extension of Long Island and all that kind of stuff. It
turns into
it's an
hockey stick,
okay
yeah.
logo.
Yeah.
It's not my least favorite logo in the NHL, though.
What's your least favorite?
Oh man, I got two, and it's really close.
Okay.
And my least favorite logo is the newest expansion team, the clip art Las Vegas Golden Knights.
You think they just
that thing looks like it was done in Microsoft clip art from 1997. Let's be real, guys. Okay. That logo is terrible.
Okay.
It's terrible.
All right. I think also you get rattled when you see a new logo and change in professional sports because most teams have been around so long that when you see something new, you go, ooh, it's so unusual. And my team that has a legacy shouldn't be playing some hack logo. It's hard to come out with a logo that, wow, that's sharp. Like, it's going to look really well. Because I think any new franchise also wants to be a standout. So,
yeah, good point. I like it.
I'm going to go with Magic is my next least favorite.
Ooh, that's a good
Orlando
one.
Magic is garbage.
That's a good one. That
one
pretty
has
bad.
been around for a long time, and it's still. That's the same logo that was on Shaq's jersey.
Yeah.
They need to update that. They need to change
that one's
it around.
pretty bad.
It's also just an unfortunate name, Magic. Like it's. Maybe they should just go through a whole rebranding, and they don't have any success in the league either. They're terrible.
Yeah, I mean they've had a couple of stints where obviously when Shaq was there they were really good, and a couple years with Dwight
talking
Howard.
like 20 years ago?
Yeah, I mean they had a couple of years with Dwight Howard. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
People forget that he was really good one time and played for the Magic.
All right.
But yeah, they were really good for a little bit there.
Yeah, so what's your worst of the worst?
Oh, my next one is an NFL team.
Okay, good.
It is the rebranding of what they did.
Oh, okay.
And it is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You don't like the helmets.
The helmets in general, I don't like the updated Jaguar that they tried to go to. I don't like it. It looks just bad. it just looks very, very, again, it just looks amateur.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a professional logo to me. And that's hard
solid
to describe. That's just a hard description to describe. And there's going to be a lot of debate.
I at least give Jacksonville A for effort. And I was not going. I thought originally we didn't compare notes on this. Bortles. And yeah, well, fair enough. And so we didn't compare notes. I didn't know what you were going to pick on the NFL team. You didn't know what I was going to pick. And we thought we might have had the same team. But no, Jacksonville's, that's fine. I'm okay with them. Because, again, I feel like they least...
There's one more that I was thinking of. Can I try and... I'll take one guess at yours because I don't want to waste all our time.
My worst,
is it Tampa Bay?
No. The Bucs, they're fine. I think it is a little stale. Maybe time for an update. But... and I do kind of like they're all red unis. But anyway, my least favorite is the Cleveland Browns, man. You can't have a logo that's orange. It's not orange something. Orange is not it's not a proper noun in this instance. You can't just call yourself the Browns and then color your helmet. That's it. That's all they are? That's their logo? That is the epitome of not trying, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even have to clip art that. You just paint it. That's it.
Yeah.
Nah. Terrible logo.
I'm with you. I don't mind it because the no logos on the helmet was just always such a classic thing back at when football really first started. People didn't have logos on their helmets.
Fine. That's fine.
Logos are a newer thing. So I kind of like the history behind it, but I get it. It is a terrible color scheme. It has been a terrible franchise that then just culminates the terrible color scheme.
Yeah.
And we just very much associate that being with each other.
It's really easy to rip on them. Yeah. So, anyway.
Absolutely. And guys, as we move on here, I'm just going to say we're going to take this discussion over to our social media, just like we did with our stadium post. So please be prepared for that. Give us your insight there. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our MLB Power Rankings.
Yeah, we're going to
as we pull this next thing up here.
I think we're both excited that spring training is about to start in about 2 weeks from the time we're recording this, or are we a week away?
About 2 weeks. A week, I think. Yeah.
I mean, pitchers are already reporting, and some other players are already getting down there, getting ready. So, Eric, lead it off and give us the top 10, and I'll circle it, or round it off.
Top 10. Now, guys, again, let's keep in mind our top 4 free agents haven't signed. We're not talking about them. We mentioned it at the top of the show. Those 4 players can have a huge impact, especially the first 2, on changing some of the orders. But this is, as we stand with those 4 not signing, we look at the current champions, the Bo Sox of Boston, coming in at number 1. They are the current world champions, and they are listed as number 1.
Yeah, why
we don't need to say much else. Even with losing Craig Kimbrell, they're going to be just fine. Yeah. Followed by the New York Yankees, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Dodgers, Chicago Cubs, a team that's probably moved up a little bit, that's missed the postseason in the last couple of years, the St. Louis Cardinals, adding Paul Goldschmidt, and I'm skipping on his name. I'm going to have to come back to it. The Atlanta Braves, Cleveland Indians, Philadelphia Phillies, even without someone like Manny Machado or Bryce Harper, they have done pretty good things. They've added Juan Segura, Andrew McCutchen to really kind of add some depth to the lineup, and the Washington Nationals round out the top 10. Andrew Miller for the Cardinals. There it is.
All right, there you are. Which the Nationals, I don't know if I agree with that one. I feel like they're going to slip behind, especially if they don't pick up any notable players heading into this next season. But at 11, Milwaukee Brewers, I wouldn't be surprised if they stay pretty strong throughout the season. New York Mets, I don't know.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah, okay,
let me stop you right there. So you see this power rankings right here. In the top 12, they put 4 of the NL East teams in there.
Yeah, good
Think
call.
about that.
Yep. Hey, fair
enough. A
enough.
little ridiculous. The NFL East is not, the NL East is not that good.
No,
I'm sorry.
No.
It's not that good.
Totally agree.
There are some good teams there, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
Get real.
Yeah, because we have the Reds at 14, which, by the way, I skipped over.
I think they're an improvement.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays at 13. Okay, we'll see about that. But Cincinnati, yeah, they looked pretty good. They were just 1 or 2 pitchers away from being a really competitive team.
Dude,
yeah,
their offense has been stacked for years.
Oh, absolutely. The Athletics at 15. You got the Rocks sitting at 16. The Twins, probably, right there in the middle of the pack where they should be at 17. The Angels at 18. Then you got the Pittsburgh Pirates at 19. The Mariners at 20. The Arizona Diamondbacks, they feel like they've just kind of laid over with their trades, and this season's going to be kind of a throwaway. I'm surprised they're even at 21. The White Sox, who I thought would get Machado, trying to piece together a few players around him there at 22. The Padres at 23, Giants at 24, Blue Jays at 25. Then you got the Rangers at 26. 27 is the Kansas City Royals, the Tigers at 28, Marlins at 29, and Eric's lowly little Baltimore Orioles are at 30th. That's your power rankings.
It's so sad.
Yeah, that is sad. The worst team in the league. All right, that's gonna do it for this episode 204. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We got one last little topic to cover, and that's best games to watch coming up. Well, of course, get excited for NCAA. We have a little teaser. March Madness episode is going to come up right as they announce the brackets. So I think we actually had some good advice coming in to the last year when we did that episode. But MLS is also just a couple of weeks away. So get excited for the return of the defending champs out of Atlanta. Hey, who doesn't like a little soccer? And
there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and the NBA is coming out of their All-Star break, so start to look for some key matchups there, and some teams, especially in the West, to make some transitions and a lot of moves, because the West is obviously very open. So follow the NBA and watch those teams as they kind of move up and down in the West, and watch for the Warriors to finally be like, oh, hey, it's actually time to go ahead and get ready for another title run.
Yeah. All right, well, that's, again, wrapping up our show. Send us your thoughts or show ideas at avgsportsguys@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and tell your friends, of course. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.